In this week's video, I'm going to tell you exactly how much money you need to have saved for retirement by the time you hit age 30, in your mid-30s, and by the time you get into your 40s. Now, before I reveal that final number to you, let's talk about some other financial key metrics or key things that you need to have as part of your personal financial portfolio whenever you're in your 30s. Now, the first one, it's insurance. All right, so insurance is never a topic that people love to really engage in or really talk about. It can be boring, but here's a reality. When you're in your 30s, it's likely that your career is starting to grow. Your ability to earn income has increased, and you might even be in one of the most opportunistic income times of your life. As a result, you need to protect that income well. Too often, people in their 30s don't have disability insurance, and this is something you absolutely need to consider. One, because your income is going up, but two, because your health is likely still in a good spot. Your ability to obtain disability insurance at a really competitive price has a lot to do with your health. Now, along with protecting that income through disability insurance, you also need to make sure that other things are being protected financially with life insurance. Sometimes people will get life insurance earlier in life and then don't do a good job of updating those life insurance policies. When you hit your 30s, this is something that should be considered. So make sure you get in touch with a local independent insurance advisor that can help you with these things. You can even check out a video we recently did on the different types of insurance that you need to get. These things are very important for you to understand. All right, so outside of insurance, another thing that you probably should be considering when you're in your 30s is more income. Did you know that the average millionaire has at least 7 streams of income? Now, I'm not saying you need to have 7 different jobs. You can earn income through lots of different things in a passive way, such as through distributions or dividends when you own stock. But again, you're in your 30s, you are likely healthy, you are in a really unique time, an opportunistic time where you can earn even more income. Maybe there's a potential side hustle or another business you're thinking about starting, or adding extra value to your current employer to increase the ways that you're able to earn income. Now, if you're watching this video and feeling a little bit discouraged, oh, Grant, yes, I totally get this. I would love to go get more income, but I'm not necessarily sure how to do that or where to start. You might feel like you have all this energy and you are in good health and you do believe that you need to go get it. Well, we're kind of in the midst of the gig economy. There are countless different ways that you can earn extra income doing different side hustles in this economy. All right, so the big reveal, how much money do you need to have saved by the time you're in your 30s, mid-30s, and before you get into your 40s? There is an old Chinese proverb that says the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. I'm telling you that to help buffer any discouragement that you might have when I tell you this number. Sometimes when I tell people the amount of money they need to have saved in these periods of time, they say, oh man, I can't do that. So take heart. There is still an opportunity, even if you're not at the number that I'm about to communicate. All right. So when you hit age 30, you want to try to have at least your current annual salary put away in a retirement account. And by the time you hit 35, you want that retirement savings to have doubled. It might seem like a lot from going only 5 years to double that annual salary, but this is really where compounding interest starts to take place. This is really where consistent dollar cost averaging of you putting money away in your retirement funds regularly can help make that number grow faster than you think. And with that knowledge, we can know that by the time we hit 40, it should be easier for us to have a retirement account that's 5 times our annual salary. Again, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. If you're 30 or in your mid-30s or about to get to 40 and you're nowhere near that number, take heart. It's okay. I know plenty of people who didn't start saving for their retirement until they got into their 40s. And with the right plan, with the right actions, with some discipline, they were able to catch up and get to the place that they needed to be by by the time they hit 45 and even 50. I know it sounds like a lot. Your annual salary by the time you hit 30, for that to double by the time you hit 35, man, in only 5 years, and then for it to get to 5 years worth of your annual income by the time you hit 40. But again, it's possible. Math is on your side. If you have a plan and you stick to it, it can be done. There gets to a point where with your retirement account, the snowball just keeps kind of picking up snow as it's rolling downhill. And before you know it, you look at your balance and you're like, wow, I did that? Yes, you did. Okay, so if you're listening to this, you're either one of two people. You're either way behind and you're super discouraged, or you are really close to or ahead of those numbers that I communicated. Now, if you're one of those people that's ahead of the game, we've got a podcast for you. We talked about this topic specifically and went into even more details, more things that you can be doing with your finances from age 30 to age 40. Now, if you're a discouraged person because you feel like, man, I'm way behind, I don't even know if I can get there, we wrote a blog for you to not only give you encouragement, but to give you some steps that you can take and that you can follow to help catch up. The links to both of those resources are in the description. And really, above all else, if you're watching this video, you're in the right place. You're thinking about your finances right. You're trying to figure out if you're doing it right. And we want to help.